And this is how you make shelf-stable canned beef stew. I started out browning my stew bits. You don't have to do this. You can also do a raw pack. I just like the browned flavor. And then I have potatoes, onions, and carrots that I'm going to be putting in with my stew, all chopped up. And then you are going to take your quart glass jars and put in your meat first, and then layer in the potatoes. You can see that I've chopped up my potatoes, peeled and washed them, so those are the next layer. And after we layer in the potatoes, we will do the carrots. These are all from the farm, and I had a surplus, so I thought, why not make some stew? Then we're going to top off with onions. After we're done with the onions, we're going to ladle in hot boiling water. These jars are also warm, so they won't go into shock or break. And then let's get out all the air bubbles. You will want to do this, and then after you get out all the air bubbles, make sure it's a 1-inch headspace, and then you will clean the lid of the jars with a vinegar cloth to make sure there's nothing inhibiting the seal between the jar and the lid. And after you put on the lid, tighten the bands to finger tight. You don't want to be using your wrist or over tighten. These will need to vent while they are in the canner. Let's load up the canner. You will absolutely need a pressure canner for this. You need a pressure canner for low acid foods. You cannot water bath these foods. For my canner, I make sure that the arrow is lined up with this notch, and then I tighten the opposite wing bolts. And then after they are tightened, I let it vent for 10 minutes, and then I put my weight on. And then after it jiggles the first time, I set my timer for 90 minutes for quarts for beef stew. When it's done, I let it come down to pressure, and I open up the canner, and I open it away from me. That's important. There's going to be hot steam. Look at how beautiful. So we are going to take these out and let them sit on the counter for 24 hours. Then we will check the seal, but you have canned beef stew. Enjoy.